Good morning, my dear students. Today we are going to discuss about the very important topics of generation scheduling problems in power systems. Generally, the electrical power system is consist of generating system, a transmission system, and distribution system. These three systems all are combined together. Therefore, the system is known as vertically integrated power system. The generating systems generate the real power into the transmission systems. The transmission system efficiently transmit the power into the distribution systems. The distribution systems distribute the power into the industries, the big users, small users, and the end users in the society. The day by day, the population will be increases. Therefore, the need of the power, that is called the load demand, will be increases. So we have to generate the more power to satisfy the consumers. Therefore, the generation scheduling or the power generation is the very important optimization problems in the power systems. The electrical power system generation scheduling problem is having the different types of the problems are there. In our syllabus, the three problems only we have to consider. The first one is the economic load dispatch problem. The second problem, the unit government problem, and the fourth problem, hydrothermal scheduling. So the hydrothermal scheduling, the economic dispatch and the thermal plants only. But in hydrothermal scheduling, the hydrothermal scheduling means the hydropower plants and thermal power plants, both are coupled together to generate the power. The hydrothermal schedulings having three types of schedulings are there. First one is short-term hydrothermal scheduling, medium-term hydrothermal scheduling, and the long-term hydrothermal scheduling. The short-term means the generator schedule the power or generate the power from few minutes to few hours, that is called short-term hydrothermal scheduling. Medium-term means the few hours to the few weeks or few days, that is called the medium-term hydrothermal scheduling. Long term means the few weeks to few months or few years. The generation scheduling is called as the long term hydrothermal scheduling. First we are going to study about the economic load dispatch problems. So the economic dispatch means the generators generate the power economically into the consumer. That is, they given the power into the consumer at a cheaper cost. In the thermal power plant, the economic dispatch means to minimize the total operating cost. The raw material of the thermal power plant is the coal is the raw material. So our aim is to minimize the fuel cost or coal cost of the thermal power plants. In our economic dispatch problem, the fuel cost function are mathematically represented into the quadratic equations. As shown in this equation, this equation is called as the fuel cost equations. In the fuel cost equations, the Fi of PIT is the fuel cost of the thermal power plants. This is represented as the quadratic equations, that is AI plus BAPI plus CAPI square. Here the AI, BA and CA all are the fuel cost coefficients. The PA is the power generation of ith generators. That is called the economic dispatch problems. Next, we are going to unit commitment. The unit commitment is nothing but the optimal switching on and off of the thermal generators to generate the power at a minimum operating cost is called as the unit commitment. Okay, it's also satisfying the standard operating constraints. In power system having different constraints are there. First one is the power balance constraints, the spinning reserve constraints, minimum maximum of generating limit constraints, and the minimum on off time constraints and ramp rate constraints. Different constraints are there. These constraints also satisfied to generate the power. We going to problem formation. So the objective function of the unit government problem is to minimize the total operating cost. So in your total operating cost, include the three costs are there. First one is the fuel cost plus the startup cost, and third one is the shutdown cost. The three costs are there. The fuel cost function are mathematically represented in this equation, as shown in these equations. This is the startup cost. The startup cost means what are the cost is needed, the invest to start the generators. The shutdown cost means the switch off the generator. These all are the constants in the power system. We are not going to determine these values. These values are given into the input data of the systems. Only in our problem we have to optimize the power, optimize the real power only. Next, we are going to the constraints. So in this, the unit problems having different constraints are there. So first one is the power balance constraints, the spinning reserve constraints, minimum up and down time generator limit constraints, and the minimum up and down time constraints. So the power balance constraint means, so the power generator, the sum of power generation is equal to power demand. So the power generation of each generator should be is equal to power demand. This is the spinning reserve. The spinning reserve is nothing but the extra power generation. That is, this value is the 10% of the actual load demand. That is called the spinning reserve. These constraints. The third constraint is very important constraints. Each generator generate the power within the limits of P minimum to P maximum. So in our syllabus, we have to consider the two constraints only. First one is the power balance constraints, and the third constraint. These two constraints only consider for your problems. Often. Okay.